During an interview with Demetrius Johnson, Islam Makhachev praised Ilia Topuria as a great fighter. He added that he believes Ilia can become UFC champion again.
How do you think he bounces back? What do you think happens next?
Sure, he will back, because he's still young, bro. He have time, and I hope he will come back and show good performance, because I see Ilia is good fighter, bro. He's he have good punch, he have good wrestling, good skills in the ground. But if he focus again, maybe he will be champion again. I don't know.
Okay. Do you think?
But this fight changed his life, but we don't know which way.
Islam Makhachev is ice cold heading into UFC 330. When Garry claimed he felt nervous energy from him in the face-off, Islam shut it down, then pointed straight at Garry's weakness.
I don't know how I just not like something I want to go there. Like I've been there before also, and I don't see anything from his eyes. I just see his eyes, and I'm not nervous. This is like my second fight week in my life where I enjoy every moment.
Was the last one the first?
Yeah, the last one and this one.
Yeah. And a lot of people are talking about what you two would look like next to each other. Is he much bigger than you? It didn't seem like he was that much taller. Did you notice that as well?
Yeah, I tell the Rizwan, UFC has to check my tall again, because it was 10 years ago first time. Now I'm a little bit taller.
Also, at the face-off yesterday, apparently Ian's son is a big fan of yours, and he wanted to meet you, and he started crying when he couldn't. What do you think of that, and will you give him the opportunity to meet you this week?
Yeah, sure, we will meet him. I don't see him there, but I make him happy.
Ian was in here and he said that his fight against you, he feels, is the highest level of martial artists competing against each other, you versus him, that we've had in a long time. So when you do watch Ian's skill set and tape and everything, is he that skilled and possibly the most skilled opponent you've had?
I don't know, maybe like in the welterweight, if you watch the last fight, Mandalena, it's like more boxer. But I think Ian have more skills, He's good on the striking, he have good wrestling defense, but he has some weak point. He's not completely like 100% like myself, but he's good. It's gonna be a good fight, and I saw he have like good takedown defense, and I have some things I have some key to beat.
I'm still a very small channel, so if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like and subscribe. It really helps me grow. Let's get back to the news. But Islam wasn't finished. When Garry's claim that he's faced tougher competition came up, the champ clapped back hard and even mocked the way Garry fights.
Islam, Ian said that his last 4 opponents are much better than your last 4 opponents. I'm curious if you agree with that assessment and what you think of the people that he has faced.
Last 4? Before he said last 5. And I've said like why he don't respect his teammate Charles Oliveira. Now he say last 4. I don't know. When he have good opponents, he just lose. That's it. When he have Shavkat, if he talk too much, just look at your fight. That guy beat you 4 rounds. That's it.
Earlier today, Ian said that he beat Shavkat for 24 minutes. Was it right? Yeah. Oh, Carlos, excuse me.
He just Carlos.
Yeah, sorry.
He can beat Carlos, but he can beat everyone. But I'm not same like that, guys. I'm different.
Do you agree with? I saw your manager say this. Do you agree that Ian is going to run from you throughout the fight?
Sure, he has same style or every fight. He just run back and he just working for the point. I don't remember when he finished someone last time.
Last one for me. What do you make of Ian as a person, right? Sometimes he does interviews and says things and people react badly. I'm curious if you ever watch his interviews and what you think of Ian.
Can you repeat the question?
What do you think of Ian as a person? Sometimes he does interviews.
Yeah. I think he's good person, good guy, but he act like he's like bad boy, something like this. But I tell in the interview also, we'll make him humble, we'll make him good guy.
So how does Islam really rate this fight? He was blunt, Garry is good, but he's not the biggest challenge of his career. And if the takedown isn't there, Islam says he'll beat him standing too.
Good performance in UFC.
Thank you.
Islam over here. So what was your reaction when you heard you're going to be headlining this event here in Philadelphia for their first UFC event in 7 years?
Reaction? I don't know. Reaction? I just, because, last 2 camp I did in New Jersey, and I just check how far the New Jersey from Philly, I was like very happy because I like you to stay in New Jersey because we have great team there, gym there, and I love to training in New Jersey, and that's it.
And when you're looking at your opponent, what do you think will be your biggest challenge going against him?
No, it's not gonna be my biggest challenge. He just good, I give him respect. He have good skills, but everybody knows my game, and we'll see how he prepare for that.
Islam over here. Obviously, your grappling is probably the best in the UFC right now. If there ever is a point in this fight where you're unable to get the takedown, could you purely outstrike Ian Garry?
Yeah, sure. Like, watch my fights against Volkanovski, against Dustin Poirier. I can strike with anyone, but the Bulls fight where I strike with these guys is more this like hard fight for me, That's why if wrestling not working, grappling not working, I can strike with anyone. But if I want the easy win, I have to take them down and finish them.
Then things lightened up. Asked if he'd ever go vegan like Garry, Islam's answer was pure Dagestan, before he opened up about his 3 kids and why he doesn't want them fighting.
Sure. And Ian Garry said that becoming a vegan kind of took his performance to another level. Is that something you'd ever consider?
No. It's not Dagestan style, bro. Our old traditional food about meat.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Islam over here. Ian talked a lot about his family and the presence of his family. I know you like to keep that private, but I was just wondering if you could tell us how many kids you have and if any of them are training in any sports.
Now I have 3 kids. They just still small, For future, I don't know. I don't want my kids to be like fighters. Maybe for sure in Dagestan, when you go to the school, you have to go wrestling or somewhere. They got training, but we'll see. If they want, I just not stop them. I just help them. But I don't want my kids to be some professional fighters or like some other sports. Because when I grew up, and my mother and father always far from me, because I always traveling, always like in training camp, in fighting. But I want to stay with my kids. And because already, bro, they are like 5, 7, 6 years old. I don't see them a lot.
And finally, Islam explained exactly what being recognized as the pound-for-pound best in the world means to him.
How important is it for you to continue to be recognized as pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, not only to just win, but put on dominant performances so you continue to be recognized pound-for-pound best in the world?
Yeah, it's the like first thing which I like to hear when people just put me in the first place, and I understand, like everybody understand I'm the like best fighter. Like, when you like spend all your life for this sports, and when you become like best fighter, it's great, it's make me happy every day.
Khabib Nurmagomedov showed off Islam Makhachev's private training room setup as he prepares for his welterweight title defense against Ian Garry this weekend.
Салам алейкум, приветствую всех. Может, для кого-то будет интересно. Вот такая вот обстановка. Весы, очиститель воздуха, велик, маты. Это комната Ислама на Fight Week. Это вот здесь у нас полотенце, сауна, потом заходишь, потеешь. Это наш брат Чарльз from Brazil. Our big brother. Вода, тоже очиститель воздуха, потому что здесь включена Как вам сказать? Ну, здесь очень тепло просто. Вот такая вот обстановка на Fight Week. Вот такая комната.
Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry have finally come face to face, and fans are surprised by how little size difference there appears to be between the two. Heading into UFC 330, one of the biggest talking points has been the 5-inch height difference between Makhachev and the 6'3" Garry. However, their first face-off suggests the size gap may not be as significant as many expected. In a video filmed on the famous Rocky Steps in Philadelphia, Islam and Garry squared off, with Ian appearing only slightly taller than Makhachev. That said, there is a bit of context. Islam was wearing chunky shoes, while Garry had on much flatter footwear, which could make the difference look smaller.
All right, come on, Savannah. 3, 2, 1, face up.
Easy.
Face forward, please, guys. Perfect.
Thanks, boys. Thank you, guys. All right, good. We're moving. Good.
Demetrius Johnson and Alexander Volkanovski received an invitation to train in Dagestan. Their identical response: they first needed to consult their wives.
You sure? Are you gonna back me up on that?
Of course, I'll take care of it. Don't worry, though.
Okay. All right. Well, I gotta talk to the wife. We want to do a mighty journey out there.
Talk to wife.
Hey. This is
What's
how,
happening, bro?
This is how my marriage works. This is how my marriage works,
Best
Islam.
fighter in the world, bro. You have to ask. You have to tell her, but not ask.
Oh my God.
Bro,
hey.
You
all right.
have to come to Dagestan for 2-3 years.
2 to
And
3
bro,
years? What about my children?
Bring them.
Bring them. That's right. You told me to bring them last time.
Hey, one of my favorite sayings. Spent 2-3 years in Dagestan for a year. I might not have 2-3 years, but I will have 2 or 3 days. So 2-3 days hunting in the mountains, cooking.
Bro. 2-3 days, it's not enough, bro.
Not enough.
3 days, we just come to mountain, bro. You have to stay at least 2-3 weeks, bro.
2-3 weeks. 2-3 weeks in Dagestan.
Training. Yes.
Yeah, mate. I've honestly had these conversations with my team, and we definitely want to get over there. So that is definitely going to happen. And I did want to chat to you about.
Bro. Don't say like Demetrius Johnson tell me in the last interview. I have to ask my wife. Don't say that.
I won't say that to you, but I will have to actually ask my wife. But she will love it. Now I've already chatted to her.
Together, come, bring your princess, daughters, and come.
Yeah, I will.
Dana White has hinted that another unique UFC event could be on the horizon. During a recent appearance on the Pat McAfee show, the UFC CEO teased that another big UFC event could already be in the works following the success of the White House card.
Never be anything like the White House ever again. I mean, that night, we already had high expectations for it, and I was blown away. It's the greatest thing that I've ever been a part of. Being there live was amazing. But now, my head of production, Craig Borsari, is so cocky after he absolutely killed that event. We are talking about something right now that he came up with. This was his idea, and I love it. I have to do some more groundwork on it, and if I end up doing this, I'll announce it here first.
We appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for that. So cool, you guys are going to the moon. You guys are gonna go fight people on the moon. That's awesome.
Even more heated between Merab Dvalishvili and Team Khabib. Merab has been beefing with Umar Nurmagomedov for over a year now, and recently took things a step further by slapping one of Umar's teammates at RAF in Georgia. Now, Merab has shared a new video on social media, sending a warning directly to Umar and his people while revealing what happened after the slap incident, claiming that the situation could have ended much worse.
Umar and some small people keep talking trash about me. You guys probably don't know anything about life, but I'm a man, and if you come to me, pulling me over, disrespect me, start loud talk with me in different language, I will slap your face. Because that's who I am, That's how I grow up. That's my culture. And that's what you're gonna get. So, doesn't matter if I am in US, if I am in Mexico, in Australia, or in my country, Georgia. If you come bad intention, you're gonna get bad intention. So, after that incident happened, yeah, of course, I realized I was in Georgia, and especially I realized after all the teenagers, all the Georgian kids from Tbilisi wanted to fight. All my friends want to fight, and man, that could happen really bad because let's say 200 guests from different country. We are 3-4 million people in my country, and even if 50,000 kids show up in the street, you know, we all can imagine what could happen. That's why I find that the guy who I got accident with, and I shake his hand, and everything is done, and we are cool. But you guys, small people, keep talking about. You guys now try to provocate, talk trash. You guys wasn't there. You guys don't know what happened. So stop this trash talk. Stop this nonsense talking. And you guys are little people. And you guys have to learn life. Peace, everybody.
Ian Garry already has his eyes on his first title defense if he beats Islam Makhachev this weekend.
Los Praches has earned it. Nobody else in the entire division has earned it. They all need to fight at least one more fight. Praches is coming off 2 fights against 2 guys that have never been finished, and he did it in insane fashion. And I whooped his for 24 minutes. So, and I did it on 3 weeks' notice. So if he wants to give me 3-4 months, he knows what's going to happen. He'll be able to sleep well after the next one. To look at this, I really do believe that if you have confidence and the mental fortitude, that's the biggest thing that you can have in MMA. Because if you're a striker and someone takes you down and you can keep pushing yourself and speak positively to yourself, like I can get out of this, I can keep going, that's a more impressive skill than being able to get up itself. Like you're constantly focused. But with that mindset, you can do anything. You can learn. I can teach anyone how to strike. I can teach anyone how to wrestle. I can teach anyone how to do jiu-jitsu. But if you're not focused up here and you don't want it up here, then it's not going to come to fruition.
Max Holloway got into it with an Ilia Topuria fan during a recent live stream. Max and the fan had an interesting back and forth over what happened in the Justin Gaethje V's Ilia Topuria fight.
Justin Gaethje versus Topuria.
Oh, I thought Gaethje could win. I didn't know I thought he was gonna win with leg kicks though. Like hurt him with a leg kick or not?
He's gonna win? That's never lost ever in his life ever. You thought he's gonna lose?
Thought he could win. I didn't think he was gonna win. To correct myself, I thought he could win. A lot of people was counting him out. I mean, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. Topuria's like the goat of our generation.
Oh, brother, I don't know about that, brother.
Bro, let's just be real though, Max. Like striking, nobody in his weight class. Like you could.
Gaethje just did.
Gaethje, bro, I feel like that shit was rigged, bro. Like that shit was so.
Hey, bro, what the you think you're watching? WWE? You seen WWE, brother?
Bro, he just got beat the. Bro, I was feeling so bad watching that, bro. I have money on Topuria. I was feeling so bad.
You had money on the wrong guy that night, bro.
Aljamain Sterling appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience yesterday. At one point, the two started discussing win bonuses in the UFC, and Rogan explained why he absolutely hates the concept.
It's a gift and a curse.
Right, that's a good way to put it.
Because you get both your paychecks, you get done really, really early. But then if you get into you run into the wrong one and the fight starts to get tough, you don't know if you can actually push that envelope. Because training's different.
That is the most bullshit part of the UFC. You get both your paychecks. F*** off. F*** off with that. I hate it. That drives me nuts.
I know the boss. We could talk to him.
He's not going to listen. I've said this 100 times already. It should be you get paid what you get paid. It shouldn't be, first of all, If judges were perfect every time, maybe you could make an argument for that, but I still don't think you should make an argument for that, because I think guys fight as hard as they can to win. There's no one who's fighting harder because you think you're going to get a win bonus. You know, you're fighting as hard as you possibly can at the highest level. And so you're not incentivizing people to fight harder. You're just, you're giving too much of their career, too much of their future, too much of their actual, like, how they're going to feed their family to the whims of people that sometimes get it wrong.
100%.
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson wants to finish his UFC contract at Madison Square Garden on November 14th and go out with one final barn burner.
Madison Square Garden, November 14th. Got to make it happen.
Okay, that's a bit of an update there. And do you have a contract, or you're still working on that? Because I can't remember if the last fight was the last one on the deal.
No, I've actually got one fight left on my contract.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, one fight left. So we're looking at November, and we'll see, man. We'll see who we get. We're kind of looking at the roster, trying to find a good fight, good barn burner, if you will, for that card.
Gillian Robertson is set to challenge Mackenzie Dern for the strawweight title this weekend. At Media Day, Gillian Valentina Mackenzie's recent comments about her jiu-jitsu.
She was making comments like all through the camp about how she doesn't know me, she doesn't think my jiu-jitsu is good and all this stuff, and now she's like, oh no, I don't, it's not anything, it's not that I don't like her. I'm like, why are we trying to take this back now? Like, you're talking all this through camp, keep that same energy.
So would you ever respected it more if she just came up to you and was like, I don't actually like you, like, to your face?
Oh yeah, no, because I don't right now, you know? I'm like, we're about to fight each other this week.
We got a late change to the UFC 330 main card today. Jose Ochoa is out of his fight against Charles Johnson due to an injury, and Eduardo Chapalin is now stepping in as his replacement. Chapalin is a former LFA flyweight champion who also competed on The Ultimate Fighter and Dana White's Contender Series. He currently holds a professional record of 15-2.
You are Charles Energy Johnson, you say, that shit, let's be some. We were just signing our posters, and I got a text from my manager saying that I will be getting a new opponent. More than likely, my opponent is not going to make it to the fight for whatever reason. So he sent me a new opponent, sent me a weight for me to decide on, and we're about to look at him, and I know I'm going to say yeah, but I got to send him back the text saying yeah soon. But we just finna watch a little film on the new opponent, and yeah, man, this is the fight game, man. Sometimes you prepare for a guy for 6 weeks, and you show up fight week, and they don't show up. So if you are Charles Energy Johnson, you say, that shit, let's be some. Let's go. Yo, that's good. Yeah, just 130, and let's run it. Let's do what we need to do. Let's get it. All right, later.
Paddy the Fatty is officially back. In a new vlog on his YouTube channel, Paddy was seen getting straight back to eating the day after his UFC 329 win over Benoit Saint-Denis. And of course, he wasted no time going on the kind of post-fight eating rampage fans have come to expect from him.
You're very welcome.
Save Dr. Pepper about so much better than America than Dr. Pepper. Like, them chicken tenders look heavy. This burger looks unbelievable.
What their singles, their doubles.
Been waiting for a good smash burger. You know me trick with the onion rings. Get that onion out the middle and just eat the batter. Them chips are heavy. Yeah, get that onion out of there. Best part about after a fight is going and eating like a king.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the latest MMA news. And I'll see you in the next video.